And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Let's go.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun, here's Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Jim.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll run for it. Hyde. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Carlos Hyde. See you later. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, 43 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Kamara. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's get it. Ready? You ready? Check 41. Watch the screen.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ready. 95-56. It's going to be a long... Hey, kill.
Breeze now on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, he's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number one, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Check. Press now. Ready for work.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Check.
Now Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And he finds Cook. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Breeze going to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Here's Breeze to throw. Whitney merciless, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Texans 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they needed
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Klein, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the pistol, they'll run with Hyde. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. On the return, Harris. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville, but this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, Hyde. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down. Here's Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
and that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. first down, a run with Hyde. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down and 4, Watson, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? Third and 4. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson there to make the grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting. Tighten up. Kill.
They'll look to throw. Well, he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. He's back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He's going to let it fly. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.